everybody. So today's video is gonna be called The Botched Book. Now, before I start on that, I'm gonna start about me. I'm one of those types of people. I have to have things a certain way. I have to have my house a certain way. I have to have my car a certain way. Not to say that it's just like insanely clean. It's just I have to have things a certain way. Now that goes double for my books. My books have to be a certain way. Like I love having a brand new hardcover book, and I love the smell of the pages. I love the fact that it's no marks in it. I love everything about a book. And one thing that I hate is allowing people to borrow those books, and then they end up coming back with folded edges. And if it's a paperback copy, the cover is rolled back. I cannot stand that. So now that I've, refreshed you on me, because I'm pretty sure I've said that before, that I have to have things a certain way. But now that I've covered that, there's this app. It's called Pocket. Pocket is like this app that has all these different, you can download it on your phone. It's free. And it's an app that allows you to read a bunch of different articles. And it's stuff, it can be about your health, it can be about education, it can be about your mindset. Like, it's so much information, on Pocket. I love it. I absolutely love it. So the original reason for me getting it was because I was on a plane a lot. Well, I won't say a lot, but I got it for traveling. And when you're traveling, you got to do the airplane mode or whatever. And it's not too much that I have like downloaded to my phone. So it would be, the only option for me was sleep, because I couldn't read. I could listen to music, I guess, but after a while, you get tired of music, especially if I can't like sing along with it, because everybody gonna be looking at me like that. I don't, it's only so long I can listen to it without trying to sing it. So, anyways, that was the reason that I got the app, was because I was on a plane and I needed something for traveling that I could, engulf my mind in, that would actually elevate my mind. So I started reading it, using it on the plane. And then when I came back home, I was like, why do I have to limit this to just the plane? So I started reading Pocket during my lunch breaks and stuff. Instead of like scrolling social media, because social media, I feel like, is a trap. It's a trap. Like, you be wanting to, get on there, check your notifications. Next thing you know, you be on there for 3 hours. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to do all that. So I wanted to find something else that I could do that would help elevate my mind while I'm, on my lunch break. So while I was on my lunch break, I found this one article. I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically how to apply what you read. So I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that, because I've been reading a lot of like books that, that are directed towards helping me figuring out who I am and, becoming wise about certain situations in my life. So I started reading, and to my horror and disgust, it talked about highlighting and underlining books. So again, I like things a certain way. And I was like, perish the thought. Like, I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to highlight. I don't want to underline. And I still kept reading, but I was just like my brain had kind of shut down. Like, nope, not doing it. And I kept reading, and they were saying that, once you highlight and underline it, you go back and reread it, like later on that year, or you reread the book multiple times a year. And what you highlight and what you underline, you are able to retain it a little bit better, because it's like, I already read this, but this is what stuck out to me. And that's how you start applying what you read. So I kind of like cringed at the thought of like treating my books like that. Like, I was, oh my goodness. So at the end of the article, it addressed my concern. And it was like, would you rather learn and understand what you just read and be able to apply it? Or would you rather keep a clean book? And I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, article. I would rather retain the information that I just read so I can live a better life. And I was sitting there thinking, like, I retain a lot of information. And sometimes it'll seem like weird stuff that I retain or stuff that's irrelevant, but it ends up helping me later on. And I was just thinking, like, I retain so much, but I could retain so much more if I actually did that. And I made my first mark in a book about a month ago, and I almost cried, y'all. Like, I almost cried. I was sitting there like, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done? And at that point, I was like, you know what? This book is botched. There's no turning back now. You know, I have ruined this book. So I have to go all or nothing, you know? So I was circling a word that I didn't know what it was, and I put the definition off to the side. And what helped me get past that cringiness, you know, of like marking in a book. I know cringiness is not a word. It's just something I just made up. But to get past that, I'm going to use it. Cringiness. I'm going to use cringiness. To get past the cringiness of marking in a book, I had to think about how this is going to help me in the future. I had to think about when I actually do go back and read this book, how much more is going to help me, how much more is going to sink down into me, into my spirit, so that I can learn from it and I can grow from it, and how much better of a person I'm going to be once I get this down in my head. How much better, I know that's not right. How much will I have grown? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to think about it like that. So now I'm at the point, I'm excited about, you know, the marks that I'm making, because I know once I go back and read these books, it's going to be a whole different world for me. I'm going to retain a lot more. I won't have to spend a lot of time reading, because I'm going over what, you know, I've already went over or whatever. And at the same time, I might be able to dig deeper and find deeper meanings to the stuff that I've already read, you know. So I think it's really exciting and it's awesome. So if you are like me and you have to have things a certain way, and the thought of writing in a book makes you cringe, just think about the future. The better person, the type of person you're going to be once you go back and reread it, and once you go back and be able to apply what you read, how it's going to help you grow and get wiser and more intelligent and become who you truly are. So that's all I got for you guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a fantabulous day.